Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at Arch Prime, and we have 3 builds for you that require 0 Forma. We are going to start with a Seeking Shuriken build. The Seeking Shuriken build, it is a simplest build for Arch. If you're just starting Warframe or you never use the Arch, this is the easiest one to build. All of the mods are easily accessible and very inexpensive, or mostly free if you just ask people, except for Seeking Shuriken. That one you do have to get from a syndicate or purchase it for maybe 7 to 10 plat. Now, the way this build works is that Seeking Shuriken allows us to reduce enemy armor by 70% for 8 seconds. So if you build this for 145% power strength, it will do 100% armor stripping on any enemy, including bosses. So everything that you need to do, you just cast one Shuriken against heavily armored units and use any weapon that you can mod for viral, and you're good. And this will be good up to level 100 enemies. Now you do need duration, because you're going to be relying on your second power, which is Smokescreen, and you want that duration to be as long as possible. Efficiency is also very good to have on this, but as long as you keep power strength 145% or higher, this build will work. Now, just to show, I'm using Prisma Scana. I just have a stance on it with common and a couple of uncommon mods to make it into viral. I'm using Prisma Scana because this is the crappiest single-handed sword that I own, but I just wanted to prove a point that casting a Seeking Shuriken will allow you to use almost any weapon build against heavily armored units. Okay, so let's go straight into testing. 2 corrupted heavy gunners and 2 corrupted bombards, level 100, no invincibility, no pausing. The way you play this build is that you cast your 2, which is Smokescreen. You will go up to your enemies. You will cast your 1, which is now Seeking Shuriken augmented, and just attack them with the viral weapon. These are level 100 heavily armored units, and you are taking care of them no problems, even with the crappiest build for not such a good weapon. Also, your 2, as you cast it, you will see it staggers enemies. It helps quite a lot with survivability, and as long as you keep up your attack versus your enemies with viral procs, combo counter increases, no issues there. So this is based on just synergy between 1 and 2 for Ash's power, as well as Seeking Shuriken augment, and it's very easy to build, very easy to play. You don't need any arcanes, no expensive mods, nothing. However, if you do have better mods, such as Prime Continuity, I highly recommend you use that, because it does improve this build a lot. Okay, now on to Fatal Teleport. For this build, it is a bit harder to build, and I highly recommend using at least 1 Arcane Trickery. However, I'm using 2 and it works much better with 2. So what happens here is that we have another augment. It's called Fatal Teleport. This augment allows us to strike as soon as we cast our 3. Our 3 usually would just teleport us to an enemy and open him up for finishers. This will teleport us to an enemy, open up for finishers, and get us to attack right away. This build, however, works only if you synergize it with Covert Lethality, which is a dagger mod. And I highly recommend using Rakta Dark Dagger. We'll go into that later on of why. So if you use Covert Lethality mod, the second part says lethal damage on finishers, which means if we cast our 3, which opens it up for finishers, it instantly attacks, then this Covert Lethality gives us lethal damage on finishers. That means when we press 3, they will instantly die. Now let's just go straight into testing, and let me show you how that works. So this is synergy between your 2 and 3, as well as your arcanes. We'll put these enemies on level 155. Simulate, and same thing like last time. You cast your 2, but instead of now 1, you will go up to your enemies, pick whichever one you want to instantly die, and cast your 3. That's it, and this works on, level 100 enemies, level 1000 enemies, level 1 million enemies. It's an instant kill for any enemy that gets hit with this. It does not work on bosses, except I believe in a pack. However, I think a couple of Corpus units, such as Raptor, you cannot kill them, but it works on everything else. You can take this to Vodiani Arena, it'll instant kill all the Executioners. You can take it to an Index, it'll instant kill all the enemies there except the Raptor, and it is a very good build, my favorite one. Also, Wreck the Dagger, it's perfect for this build. Wreck the Dagger has a couple of special abilities that synergize really well with this too. And let me just show you the build again. We do have Life Strike, Covered Lethality, and we are keeping it in Radiation, Voltaic Strike and Volcanic Edge. Everything else is just either damage or speed mods. Putting speed mods on here will speed up your finisher animation so you can do your 3 quickly, so that's also good to note. But you want to keep it on Radiation, I'll show you now why. When you use Fatal Teleport, it kills with a finisher. So let's just spawn one enemy here. This one. Similar, so it kills with the finisher. So if you walk up to an enemy first, and you use Rack the Dark Dagger, just a regular combo without holding anything, is going to proc Radiation. You can see Radiation proc on an enemy. Then use your 3, and I want you to look at my shields. Instantly go to maximum over shields, that is 1575. They went from 0 to 1500. That is the special power of Rack the Dark Dagger. If you kill somebody with a finisher, it'll just give you instantly maximum over shields. I will spawn another one, just to show you. I have only 443 health left. Perfect. If you are using your 3 as well, you take Life Strike, hold Channeling before you cast your 3 and keep holding it until animation is finished, and keep attention to the life on top right. And Life Strike instantly fill my life to maximum. So using Rack the Dark Dagger, Life Strike on a build, you can instantly replenish all of your life, or you can instantly get maximum overshields. Very good synergy with Fatal Teleport. And now let us go to what's probably the most difficult build to play, and that would be Bladestorm. Now, in this build, let me click out and come back in so there is no comparison numbers. With this build, you will notice we sacrifice duration, so we cannot use our smoke screen for survivability. This is why I keep one Arcane Trickery here. When it procs invisibility, it really helps. Arcane Strike is there just to help with the speed of the animation. Now over here we don't have any augments, but we do have 3 Derelict Volt mods and a Prime Flow, and all of these are really needed. Because Bladestorm, damage on Bladestorm is 2000 pure damage, plus 47% I believe of that damage is on slash proc, and because it's Ash you get 10 seconds of slash status instead of just 7. So increasing strength increases the damage, and because you want to use this often, you need to get some efficiency as well. Range helps a lot with your survivability, so you can target them with Bladestorm. So unlike the first build, which was the synergy between 1 and 2, or the second build, which was synergy between 2 and 3, this is synergy between 3 and 4. And for this build, don't need a dagger, you can really equip any weapon. I like to equip something that can actually increase combo counter, because Bladestorm is affected by a melee combo counter. Let us get us some enemies here. We'll do again Corrupted Bombards to Corrupted Heavy Gunners. We can give them a level 150. Now the way to play this one, you want to stay away as far as you can, and you hit your 4, you will see this kind of smoky overlay on your screen. While this is happening, you are targeting. You can target each enemy up to 3 times just by getting your sight to go over them. Then once you cast your 4 again, your clones go out and they hit each enemy according to number of markings that they had on them. So we mark each enemy 3 times. You can see all the slash damage, everything that is doing to level 155 enemies. Now if any of them survive, you can just do this again. Then cast. Then if you want to join a fight, you press your 3. If there's anybody alive, you'll join right away. Now, let us actually get a whole bunch of enemies that can swarm us, so I can show you. Okay, so we have 20 level 155 corrupted butchers. So we'll go back into this. We stay away from them. You can target all of them if you want. As you kind of mouse over them, you will target them. And then you just click 4 and release. And then you can press your 3 to join in on a fight. While this animation is going on, when you join in a fight, you are 100% invulnerable. So if you are under slash proc or toxic proc or anything like that, you will be able to just wait it out. I'm not sure if you get all of them. If you don't get all of them, just activate it again. See, each time you mouse over, there's 3 red marks. Just activate your 4 again, your clones go in there and kill them, and you press 3 if you want to join in. And just do it once, twice, 3 times. Very good power. However, this one is used usually when you're playing in a team. This is not very good for solo, since you don't have much survivability. So if you're using this on a defense with, like, let's say Frost or Limbo, this is perfect. You're able to do lots of damage from a safe location. And one thing just to remember about this, if you do add some more Forma, increasing power strength increases the damage a little bit, and range, if you are in planes of Edilon, you might want more range. However, duration suffers a lot in this build. And this concludes our Ash Prime builds video, 3 builds for Zero Forma. If you like the video, click like or subscribe. Also, please leave a comment below, let me know what would you like to see next and what you thought of this video. You can also visit us at twitch.tv/newspanning to join in live streams, and we will see you there.